Welcome back to the RILxWILLS pod.
Welcome back, peeps.
We just had a good weekend of boxing. Let's start off with Buatsi and Azeez.
Oh yeah, we should actually.
Let's start off with Buatsi and Azeez. What did you think of the fight?
I thought that was a great British fight.
Same.
Good fight, man. Felt like an old school fight.
A real old school fight.
Head to head, throwing with venom. There was a lot of attitude in it, a lot of emotions in the bang, and there was skill.
There was skill shown as well.
Yeah.
I think like Dan is Dan, innit? Dan does what Dan does. Watching Dan, I know firsthand that everyone thinks they got a plan with him until you're in there with him.
Yeah.
He looks easier to beat on the outside than he actually is as a fighter.
Yeah.
Buatsi was ripping in some good body shots.
Good body shots, good uppercut, good hooks. Uppercut hook, I think that was his favourite go-to.
It was.
During the fight, he was landing a lot. But I think what happened, just the level of experience and the Olympic pedigree of Buatsi pulled through.
It shined through.
Yeah, it shined through.
It shined through. He done better at keeping his shape.
Yeah.
You know, he done better at keeping his shape and keeping the fundamentals correct. I think it's weird watching Dan fight because none of his punches look.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying? They don't have the vim.
Yeah.
Like Buatsi is throwing licks but there's weight in them.
I was surprised by the amount of vim Buatsi was throwing.
Same.
You don't really see it like that in Buatsi.
You don't normally see it. You don't normally see it, but
yeah,
because he's not very active here with the legs, it allows him to put the energy into the swings, and he was doing that.
Yeah.
He was doing that.
Yeah.
It was a very good fight, and Wembley was packed.
Yeah.
Wembley was packed. I ain't seen Wembley like that for a while.
Okay.
I can't lie.
Yeah.
Whether I'm fighting there, whether whoever's fighting there, Richard, whoever, when you can see the top is full.
Full, yes.
Not the ground level and first tier, but top tier. I'm telling you, it makes Wembley look like a completely different venue, bro.
Yeah.
It was bubbling in there. The atmosphere was there. The people were involved from the ring walks to the last bell.
Yeah.
Everyone was watching this fight. There was even rounds in this fight where I was standing up and giving standing ovation like it's the end.
It's good. They was finishing around strong. And I think, personally, that's probably one of the best main events that boxers put on.
Yeah, I agree.
It is. It probably is. It's the best main event that boxers put on.
With people who are in their careers.
Yes.
You know, because even Smith and Eubank, we know that they're reaching a tail end.
Yeah.
Khan and Brook, tail end.
Yep.
These are two guys hungry, heading this way.
Put on a good fight.
One of the best main events, if not the best main event, boxer have put on. It's probably up there with Shields and Marshall. And, you know what I'm saying?
And I would like to see this fight again. Eventually down the line.
To be fair, Jonas and Mayer was a good main event as well.
That was good. But in terms of boxing and the type of boxing that I like to see, these two had it. They held their ground. They were swinging bangs.
And Dan is tough.
Yeah,
people don't understand.
Like,
when they're watching Dan take certain punches, I'm thinking, nah, he's still there, man. Because Dan's taking bangs from me, and I know I hit harder than Buatsi. So I thought he got this. Dan's got this, man. Because in the beginning, he's always cold and just starting to find his rhythm. Yeah. Then once he started finding it, the fight started getting juicy. Started getting very juicy. Obviously, Dan had 2 knockdowns.
Yeah.
There were slips. But he was getting hit.
He was taking too much damage, especially on uppercuts and hooks. It was just rinse and repeat from Buatsi.
But the sweat, which you could see from ringside, the canvas, because people are saying, how is Ben Whittaker doing all that showboating on the same canvas and these men are slipping? It's the shorts. It's the velvet.
Oh, yeah.
Once the velvet got soaked,
can drip.
It's dripping.
Yeah.
So I could see it. I'm like,
I couldn't see it from the TV.
You can't see it from the TV, but when I'm there live, I'm like, bro, it's his shorts, bro. Someone need to wring out his shorts and then go again. Yeah. There was nothing to do with the canvas or nothing like that. Dan Azeez is wearing velvet shorts, sweating off.
So you're saying you're never gonna wear velvet now?
I don't know if he had the right velvet manufacturer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he had the right velvet, but I'm telling you, when the velvet gets sweaty.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fact. I wear velvet shorts. I've worn velvet shorts. When I was fighting Nice the first time, I had the velvet green. That fight was 4 rounds, innit? Just about. come back to the change room. I remember the shorts is soaked.
Okay.
The shorts are soaked, bro.
Yeah.
I can't even. And I put them back in the suitcase, and I thought these shorts are gonna stink forever.
Okay, one of them ones.
There's a sweat.
Yeah.
It literally goes into him, bro. So when I'm seeing him move, his legs dripping.
You can't see that.
It's not Buatsi. It's not the canvas. It was the trunks. I don't know if his team or anyone around him is gonna say, yeah, that is the case, but it was definitely those, bro. So yeah, he was slipping, but very good main event, very good fight. Obviously Ben Whittaker stole the show, gone viral,
super viral, man.
With the showboating.
Big him up.
And I mean, love it or hate it, you watch it.
Of course, I told you, as I said before, especially like in England, they don't like people that are flash.
With the sauce.
They say you flash, C-U-N.
Yeah, you know the rest.
You know the rest.
You know the rest.
Yeah, but he's doing him. He was doing the same style in the Olympics. But my thing is, the only time I'll have something to say is when he faces a credible opponent and he stops doing that. That's when I say, rah, this guy was just...
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He's now signed up to avoid bully status, he's signed up for having to do that at all levels. Across all walks.
Yeah.
Like Ray Jones, like Nazim Hamed, like those categories of fighters. They never stopped. And I feel like now for him to not get that backlash, he can never stop.
Yeah, you can't.
But it still takes skill in between all the showboating. Watching the boxing from a boxing eye, he does the correct things. He does the right things. He puts the combinations together. He uses the jab. He measures the distance. He slips the right shots.
Yeah.
He slips the shot and then does the spin.
Yeah.
But he still slips the shot.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking at. And that's what people need to look at when they're judging him whether he's a good fighter or not.
He does one thing that scares me though, yeah? See when he hops back on one leg.
Yeah, he does that one leg.
Yeah, he loves that. But someone's going to follow through one day.
Someone's going to follow through one day.
Someone's going to follow through.
And it does happen. And you get one of those flash knockdowns that was based off not having balance.
Yeah.
Not that he was hurt.
Yeah.
But it's still going to be counted.
But the funny thing is when he went square one and went, that was so funny.
Yeah, when he
that's so rude.
I know the ref wasn't happy.
The ref couldn't believe
the ref was like, bro, chill out.
Yeah, you flashed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
As we said, he's taking it a bit far, but either way, he's building his brand, he's building his name, he's in the position that he's worked to be in.
Yeah.
So that's going to continue.
And see, the thing is, as a fighter, you got to know you're either going to be a hero or a villain. He's happy being a villain. And the thing is, it's not out of... When you look at his personality, the character he puts on more when he's on doing interviews, it all fits. It all fits the package of his boxing style.
It all fits.
You know what I'm saying?
You can see he's I'm good looking, I'm you know what I'm saying? And then he fights and he delivers the same energy. I think now is the question of will he push for a title? Will he push for an English title? Will he push for the British title was with Buatsi, so I don't think he's gonna go straight to Buatsi. So maybe the English is the place to start off. And then from then, once he's got the belt and he's continuing his antics, he has the room to be a star.
Of course,
he has the room to be a star.
And as we said, the Americans are loving it because they like the showboating, they like the glitz and glamour, they like all that energy.
They're here for it.
He's making a lot of waves overseas.
For sure.
And that's good.
It's a good, listen, man, you got to let people do what they're doing, man, and focus on what you're doing.
Of course.
And at the end of the day, we live in a world where socials run things, and he's running the socials for the last couple of days after that performance. So congrats to him. Congrats to Joshua Buatsi for getting the win that he was supposed to get.
Yeah.
You know, he was the favourite.
Yeah.
People write off Dan all the time. I think Dan always proves he's not a man to write off. What's next for Dan Azeez? Because I'm hearing Yard and Buatsi.
Now they'll be talking Yard and Buatsi.
Yard and Buatsi. Isn't Yard fighting this weekend?
He should.
On the 10th or something? Yeah, so he's fighting this weekend. So then that will be the call again on whether that happens next. He's mandatory now to fight the winner of, Bivol, really.
Bivol, yeah.
He's mandatory to fight Bivol. Will that go ahead with the Beterbiev fight being confirmed? The delays? Who knows? So in the meantime, the closest you're going to get, big money spinner, big fight, is Yard.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be another great fight between Buatsi and Yard.
I think so. I think it's going to be a very good fight because one thing Yard has in abundance over Azeez is the explosiveness.
Yeah.
And when some of the shots that Azeez was landing on Buatsi, when Yard lands those, it's a different effect.
Yep.
Different human. What does Azeez do next? I don't know. I actually don't know right now.
Ooh, it's tough. I'm thinking, is it even worth the Craig Richards?
Remember, he's cleaned up.
It's cleaned up
the level because he didn't cheat it. So most man he's already beaten.
Yeah.
To get here.
Yeah.
He didn't miss anyone to get here. So I'm not sure what's next for him, but hopefully another big fight. Hopefully now he can always be in a main event, co-main event, and he's pushed his name into that realm.
Yeah. People like him, good boxing. You're gonna see a good fight from him. Good effort.
Fight
Good,
yeah, man. I was happy to see that.
Yeah.
Now across the waters, in Vegas, Conor fought Dobson. They fought at what, like 2:30 in the afternoon or something, innit? It was like weird because they wanted it to match UK times. Conor gets through the fight, unanimous decision win, 12 rounder, but he couldn't get Dobson out of there.
Yeah. And I think that's the big issue now, because it looked like Dobson was obviously he's tough. He's a Jamaican.
Hey.
So, but the scene, the system.
No. We're not just gonna skip past what he said. Like he didn't just say it. He said, "Of course he's tough. He's a Jamaican." Hey, I'm with you though. Obviously, I'm biased to what you're saying. Everyone's biased to what you're saying. But yeah, he's tough.
But obviously, he was brought in for Conor to get a nice KO.
Yeah.
Looked great on an American Soul.
For sure.
But resistant, tough. Conor couldn't get the job done. And it's a position now, it's tough for Conor.
It's tough for Conor.
Because he didn't look too great.
No, he didn't.
Big shots landed on him. Now everyone's calling him out.
And people with more power and better skill believe that he can't last.
Yeah.
Obviously on Twitter he's gone ham. Like anyone that said they want it, he's replied.
Yeah,
he said say no more. Whether it's Eubank, Tank, Devin, Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly said he was smoking.
Yep.
People want to fight Conor because people believe now is the time to take him.
Yeah.
They believe it's the time to take him, and I don't know if Conor will ever have the fans back on his side like that. I don't know, man.
Not the English fans, anyway. No. I don't think so.
Well, even worldwide, you're pissing off.
Even Shakur, everyone. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No one.
Because Devin's repping that side.
Yeah.
Tank's repping that side.
Yeah.
Shakur's repping that side.
Yeah.
Then Josh Kelly here repping this side. Eubank's repping this side. Across both sides.
And it's the thing, it's like where with Ben now, it's like, what weight class are you sitting in? Now, I'm trying to go up to fight Eubanks. Now, I'm going to try and go down and fight, what do you call it? Tank.
Tank, yeah.
So it's a bit, it's all over the place. I think he's just a bit lost after the whole situation that was shenanigans.
Yeah.
He's just a bit lost. He just wants to fight, get out there, but
I think, obviously, the only way he can, if it's possible, to rectify what everyone has over him is with the fighting, and he knows that, which is why he's so eager to fight everyone. But I don't think he's going to get the opportunities to fight these guys. I don't think he's going to get the opportunity to fight them. And I think even in victory over any of these guys, he still won't get the credit. It's a different day and age that we live in.
Yeah.
It's a different day and age that we live in. Too many people have the freedom of speech.
And what does Tank get from fighting
Nothing.
Ben?
Nothing.
What does anyone really over there, the superstars, get from fighting Ben? Well, it's not like he's bringing a UK crowd over to Vegas.
He's not, and it was kind of upsetting. Obviously, the reasons we know the reasons, but it was kind of mad to see. We've been to Conor fights.
Yeah.
You know, Conor was doing M&S Arena in Liverpool. It was packed out.
Yeah.
People coming to watch him, and then that place was silent.
Yeah.
That theater was silent. It was in Vegas, cool, but there was no atmosphere, man.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's like people are not connected to him fighting anymore.
Yeah.
And and you need the people. We're in the game where you need the people. People need So it's a difficult one.
And it's like, is it the case where is he trying too hard to try and knock them out, or does he need to change up his style now?
I think his style has always been a trying hard style.
Yeah.
You know, he's always had a trying hard style of
Yeah.
He's one of those fighters. But with not getting the finishes and having that style, he's getting hit more. And people are getting more and more confident to fight him, man. I don't know.
Personally, I think probably the best fight is Josh Kelly, man. If that could happen.
Yeah. And then where?
Yeah, that's the thing. Where now? Yeah, another issue.
And then you got the issue of where. But I agree with you though.
Yeah.
I think in terms of reality, because we know you ain't getting no Tank.
Yeah.
You're not getting. Well, Bill said, "Let's do it." Bill walked up to Conor and shook his hand and said, "Let's run it." Now I don't know if that's Bill just being Bill. And you know he likes a post-fight press conference.
Yeah, he loves it.
He likes
that's his arena.
That's his arena. That's where you're gonna see him step out. I don't know if he was doing it just cause or if he meant it, but I don't see what angle Bill's coming from. To make that fight. With Conor, because that means Conor challenges for the 140 WBC. Or Devin just has a tryout at 147 just to see how his body feels. Because inevitably, Devin's going up again. Yeah,
of course.
So maybe he's using it as a trial process.
And then obviously you got Eubanks Jr. telling Eddie, "Show me the money."
Yeah, and he wants.
But I don't think there's any money there no more. Like there was. That pot that was offered before is not the same pot that's offered now.
It's not the same pot. The hype is that. The hype is died down. And this is what I try and explain. This is what I was trying to explain to Isaac. It's all about timing. It's all about the how big a fight is all about timing.
Of course.
There's fights in boxing that should be held back to allow both people to reach stage. And then there's fights where they need to happen now whilst people have doubt and someone's an underdog and that sort of thing. So before Conor was just devastating everyone. Chris was on the way down, but he still could be too small. It builds that. Our dad's cool. Now with Conor's last two performances and not looking as dangerous as he looked before, it makes Chris think, why? Because now, and especially after Chris's last performance against someone who is his size, and the smoky dished, it shuts down things.
True.
Now. It's not as interesting to the people.
You know what it is? It's because there's no glory in winning. Oh, you're supposed to win anyway. You was bigger anyway.
Right.
So there's no. What's the reward?
There's no reward. The reward's not big enough. Maybe the pay.
The pay,
Maybe the pay.
But the pay's not going to be crazy.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. Obviously, Conor, when I see him, I think, man, I want to see him get back to where he was. But I don't know if he will. We're not in the day and age no more where you get away with things, man. Because there's a lot of fighters in the 90s that got caught taken. My favourite fighter, Roy Jones, got caught taken. It's all right, though. No one ever mentions Roy and says he was taken.
Mentions it.
This day and age... Done. Done. Like, done. I don't know if, Baumgartner's managed to continue life without, any stigmas connected to it. It seems so. I don't think
so far, but it's women's boxing. It's a bit separate. It's a bit different.
Yeah, it's a bit separate, and I think Conor went on Talk TV and
the whole run, the whole press
went
run.
against the board, and there was so many things, like adding to it.
Very loud, isn't it?
It was very loud, rather than this came up as abnormal. We'll see if you're innocent. Let's move on with life. It was a very big. It made it to general world. It made it to general world. People that have no interest in boxing, reading the paper or reading the Metro in the morning, and it's in their eyes. So I feel like it's going to be a hard thing to reverse, but hopefully it does. Because I'm not one. I don't want to wish no badness on no one. And I don't feel that way about him. I want him to do well, but I feel like it's difficult, man.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
It's going to be a
difficult road, but we shall see, man.
We shall see.
We shall see.
But yeah, stay tuned, people. Streaming platforms, you know the deal. We're back next week with more content, more videos. See you soon.
Bless.